Game of Thrones guest star Sebastian Croft shares his pitch for a spin-off focused on young Ned Stark. Although Sean Bean primarily portrayed him in the epic HBO series, he was also played as a child by Croft in 2 episodes of Game of Thrones Season 6. He was then played as an adolescent by future The Lord of the Rings of Power star Robert Aramayo, who would appear in 4 episodes in the 6th and 7th installments. In an interview with Screen Rant's Liam Crowley for his upcoming horror comedy Getaway, which will be released in theaters on December 6, Croft reflected on his 2-episode run on Game of Thrones. Croft, known for playing Ben Hope on Netflix's Heartstopper, touched on Ned's arc and said he would be up for a spin-off focused on the character. Check out what Croft shared below. What a young Ned Stark spin-off would mean for the Game of Thrones franchise. There is a lot of story to explore. Young Ned Stark smiling in Game of Thrones Season 6. The most memorable parts of the Ned Stark flashbacks involved him facing off against Sir Arthur Dayne on the way to his sister Lyanna Stark, with the latter scene leading into a major reveal about Jon Snow. These moments were all portrayed by Aramayo, with Croft playing the younger version of Ned Stark. He's seen through the eyes of Bran, whose abilities allow him to look into the past. There are various Game of Thrones projects in different stages of development, with the spin-off A Knight of Seven Kingdoms set to release in 2025. An older, though still young, Croft back as Ned Stark could potentially illuminate the character and offer an underseen perspective of the person once thought to be the franchise's lead. But it might also be a tough sell, given the way the original wrapped up and what audiences already know about Ned. Our take on a Ned Stark prequel. It might not be where the focus of the franchise is. Considering how well-known Ned's death is, there may not be much of an immediate incentive to go back and fill in the blanks about the character's history. There is plenty in George R. Martin's works to adapt, and the story of the Starks, which took up so much focus during the original Game of Thrones, will likely be put to rest for the time being. That much is evident in the dormant Jon Snow series.